this encounter that took place in which 11 militants have been killed by CRPF and the development which has taken place in last 80 hours in Manipur. To you, Mr.
Kartike, Mr. General Roy has made a point, and that also makes sense. 11 armed militants attacking the police station or the CRPF. I think when he make the point saying that how can an armed militant without well preparation would attack a camp, it makes very sense. The second thing is
Mesa,
everyone knows.
you recall, I got tired of those debates. We need to have faith in our forces. I'm not saying that forces are gods. I'm not saying that they are above law. I'm not saying that they cannot operate within the normative environment of the Indian state. I mean, so, but there has to be some basic sense of faith. CRPF is not, or it's not a organization which was built in last 2 years. These are the organizations that have been functioning.
Kartike, give me a chance to speak. No, every
आप
time you
कहते
disturb
नहीं,
me.
मैं आप बिल्कुल डिस्टर्ब नहीं कर रहा, आप तो एकदम
अरे,
सवाल उठा देते हैं कि ये गलत हुआ,
if you
पहले ही बोल
invited
देते
me
हैं.
to, if you invited me to speak, I have to make my point.
But
I'm
नहीं,
not
I
targeting
invite you to speak
any
because
central forces. I'm not
मैं
targeting
आपकी
any central
बात को
forces.
काटना नहीं चाहता, लेकिन आप हमेशा
I'm just saying
आप
when
शुरू से
General
ही
Roy was making his point, it
विश्वसनीयता पे
makes
सवाल उठा
sense.
देते हैं फोर्सेस की. मैं नहीं
It
कह रहा
makes
कि
sense.
फोर्सेस अबव लॉ हैं, मैं नहीं कह रहा वो भगवान है, बट आप सीधे उनकी विश्वसनीयता पे
I
सवाल उठा
think
देते
I
हैं.
am expecting the same amount of time that you are giving to others.
Okay, please go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. That's why I'm saying the first thing is like everyone knows the violence, why it is happening, how it is happening. Now the state forces, it is understood, everyone knows the state forces are also against us. Now in that scenario, our only hopes for protection is the central forces. We've been very happy. We trust the central forces, and there's no instances in the history of insurgency in Manipur you look at. There's no instances where Kuki groups are attacking the central forces. Now, the Kuki group attacking the central forces is something which needs to be thoroughly investigated. That's one point. The second point is Manipur, we've been witnessing, there was limping back of peace in Manipur. Celebrations are taking place. Just recently, we celebrated Savangkut, which is the post-harvest festival of our community. And Meitei, they are celebrating Mera Hau Chaungba, which is a festival. Because in a stripe-torn state like Manipur, nobody ever imagined that such celebration will take place. Limping back of normalcy and peace was there. And everyone, every citizen was very happy. Now, how all this escalation takes place, I think we must understand. After this time of peace that we are experiencing, the Meitei terrorists, they started disowning, disrespecting the peace agreement which was made in Jiribam, and they started attacking the Kuki Joe villages. They burned down, and then they raped and they killed that lady, and that's how the violence is resurfacing in Manipur again. Now, it is very unfortunate, and I would say this is a disgrace to.
Shouldn't we be like, sticking to the fact that since we are calling everybody militant, you can't be calling Meitei terrorists, I mean, until unless they are banned by the government of India and they are under UAP. I think the terminology is
you might not call them terrorists, but the act is terror act.
But yeah,
Someone who is rapping and
I
burning
agree. But we have to stick to certain. We have to stick to.
Wouldn't
See,
you
we
call
don't
them
stop.
terrorists?
Misao,
I mean, someone who is acting to that extent, how can you call them terrorists?
Misao, I would request you that please don't use the word terrorist until unless the group which you claim have done
unless
this
they change their behavior, unless they
that would be wrong.
They change their behavior, I think they deserve to be called terrorists. I'm not only telling the Meitei, if such things is also perpetrated by my community, they should also be called terrorists. Not only the Meitei. Now, what my point is, see, it is a disgrace and very unfortunate. Like Mr. Nandakumar, who've been lying to the entire community, who've been lying to the citizens of India. I mean, I have been part of this show, and then whatever he spewed, whatever he spewed out is venoms. Now, you were saying that the cookies in the hills, they never cultivated rice. I think you should come to the hills and with your open eyes see Where do we cultivated rice? We cultivated rice. How can you say that we don't cultivated rice? I think that's very unfortunate. Please speak based on the facts.